Okay. The name of the chapter is Refraction of Light. First thing you should know, what is refraction? What is refraction? Definition of refraction. Huh? You can write down the bending of a ray of light, the bending of a ray of light, the bending of a ray of light when it travels from one medium to the other medium, when it travels from one medium to the another medium, at the surface, at the surface, at the surface, separating two media, at the surface separating two media is called refraction of light. Is called the refraction of light. Okay. This is the definition. Now right below this, cause. What is the cause of refraction? Cause. Below this you can write. This question comes very often. What is the cause of refraction? Or what causes refraction of light? So write down the cause. Right. It is caused due to change. It is caused due to change in the speed of light. It is caused due to change in the speed of light. Since the speed of light is different for different media, is different for different media. The plural form of medium is called media, different for different media. For example, write down there, for example, speed of light in vacuum or air. In vacuum or air, the value is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Then speed of light in glass is 2 into 10 to the power of 5, 2 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Speed of light in water is 2.25 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Power is 8. Power of 10 is 8 in all three cases. So since the speed of light differs from one medium to the another medium, so bending takes place. Where does bending take place? Bending takes place at the surface separating the two medium. Surface is also known as boundary separating the two media. So there only the bending takes place, or there is a change in the direction of light at the surface separating two media. And this phenomenon is called refraction of light. Actually, speed of light in vacuum has the value 3 to 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, and speed of light in air is 2.99, slightly less than this. But when we round off, when we take approximate value, it is equal to same value as it is in vacuum. Okay, so this is the cause of refraction. Now, one important thing to be noted here: light is a form of wave. Actually, it is energy, but in the form of wave. Like sound also is energy, but in the form of wave. So light is also energy in the form of wave. Any wave has three properties. There are three properties related to a wave. Every wave will have V. Every wave will have F. Every wave will have lambda. V means speed or velocity, F means frequency, and lambda means wavelength. Wavelength, the wave will have length, particular length will be there in the wave. Frequency means the number of oscillation, or one oscillation is one wave. The number of waves in 1 second. That is the meaning of frequency. Number of waves in 1 second. Frequency represents number. How many waves are there in 1 second? And wave lambda is the length of the wave, and this is the speed or velocity. So these are the three properties related to any wave. How are these three properties related to each other? The three properties of any wave are related to each other by the equation, this one, V is equal to F lambda. This is the formula between V, F and lambda. This is the formula between speed, frequency and wavelength. This is applicable for any kind of wave. Either it is sound wave or light wave or any other kind of wave. This formula is always valid. Your question may come in this manner. Name three properties of light and how are they related? So we say the three properties of light are V, F, lambda. And we'll mention what is V, where V is equal to speed of light. If it is about light wave, F is the frequency of light and lambda is the wavelength of the light. We'll say three properties. And how are they related? You have to just write this equation. This is the equation or relationship between them. Now, whenever any wave changes the medium, means when it travels from one medium to the another medium, speed will change. Wavelength also will change. But it is the frequency which does not change. So very often they may ask the question, which property of light does not change when it travels from one medium to the another medium? So we say frequency does not change. You can put an asterisk and write out here. When a wave under bracket you can have light, particularly about light I'm talking about right now, it is applicable for even sound. When a wave under bracket you can have light travels from one medium to the another medium, one medium to the another medium, one medium to the another medium, comma, its frequency does not change. Its frequency does not change. Whereas its speed and wavelength changes. Whereas its speed and wavelength changes. Whereas its speed and wavelength changes. Have you written this? Okay. Now, your question may come like this. When a light travels from air to glass, which property of light does not change? If the question comes. It is simply a light, a frequency. Frequency does not change. Because frequency means the number of waves traveling from one medium to another medium. The number of waves traveling will be the same. Of course, the speed will be more, speed will be less, depending upon the type of medium. If the medium is denser medium, the speed will be less. That means it will travel slower. But when the medium is rarer, then the speed will be more over there. It will move faster. For example, when a ray of light travels from air to glass, suddenly the speed is slowing down, so it bends towards the normal. So it will be bending this side because the speed is decreasing in glass. And on the other hand, when the ray of light travels from glass to the air, the speed is increasing in the air. When it comes to air, the speed will be more. So it will be bending away from the normal. So I'll talk about the diagram later on. Now, right on the next thing, laws of refraction of light. These are the important questions. Laws of refraction. Laws of refraction of light. Laws. There are two laws. That's why we call it laws of refraction of light. Laws. Number one. Number one, you must prepare the message. Don't take it for granted. You should know the law thoroughly and exactly the same word you try to write. Okay. That the incident ray, first law, the incident ray, comma, the refracted ray, the refracted ray, and the normal, and the normal, and the normal at the point of incidence, and the normal at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. All lie in the same plane. PLANE, plane. Plane. That is law number one. No, law number two. The sign of angle of incidence. The spelling of sign is SINE. The sign of angle of incidence. The sign of angle of incidence has a constant ratio. The sign of angle of incidence has a constant ratio with the sign of angle of refraction. Sign of angle of refraction. Full stop. This law is also called Snell's law. SNELL apostrophe. Snell's law of refraction. Snell's law of refraction. Snell's law of refraction. Therefore, we write like this. Therefore, sin I by sin R. I means angle of incidence, R means angle of refraction. Sin I by sin R is equal to constant. We write constant. This ratio is a constant. Next time we will be writing that sin I by sin R. Here we will be writing a symbol. This symbol is read as mu. Mu we write this way. First write U and then one side you extend it becomes mu. Either we denote it by mu or n. So standard symbol is this way. We write mu. And if we just write mu is okay. Otherwise, because mu is ray of light, refraction always takes place between the two different medium. Maybe medium air to glass or maybe water to glass. Always two different media are involved. That's why here also we take the two medium as 1 and 2, so that is 1, 2. Okay, now we'll mention what is this one. That where mu 1 and 2 is called refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. We'll say this. And that I will write as 1 and 2. Okay. If question comes, state Snell's law of refraction. State the Snell's law of refraction. We'll just give the statement of the second law. That means we can remember the equation of sin I by sin R equal to constant, that is mu. Exam time, if you don't write 1 and 2 is okay, acceptable. If you just write mu is also okay. But you should write these equations. Sin I by sin R is equal to mu. And the same equation, we will be framing a sentence out of it. How to frame the sentence? We see divide this ratio. We say the Well, while writing shine, I should write SINE. The spelling is SINE. The sign of I in its angle of incidence has a constant ratio with the sign of angle of reflection. We can say it otherwise also. We can say the ratio of sign of angle of incidence to the sign of angle of reflection is constant. We can say that also. Or we can say that the sign of angle of incidence bears a constant ratio with the sign of angle of reflection. So these are the different ways of expressing the Snell's law. Any one way we should express. By chance, we cannot express, but if we write the equation sin I by sin r is equal to mu, it's also okay. It's acceptable answer, but not a very good impressive answer. If you have to write an impressive answer, you should write the statement as well as the equation. By chance, you are not writing the statement, but if you're writing the equation, it will be an acceptable answer. Acceptable answer. But it won't be an impressive or a very good answer. Hope you understood. Now, next heading, I'll give the definition of this refractive index now. What is refractive index actually? Okay, write down refractive index. Refractive index is the heading now. Refractive index. Okay. Now, the general meaning of refractive index is what you know. Index means capacity, and refractive is refraction capacity. Some medium will have more capacity of bending the rays or refracting the rays. Some medium will have less capacity. Denser medium will refract more with a greater angle, and rarer medium will refract but lesser with lesser angle. It depends upon the nature of the medium, what type of medium we are having. So that is the actually general meaning of this refractive index. The capacity or the extent of refraction or the extent of bending in a medium. So write down the refractive index of a medium. The refractive index of a medium with respect to vacuum or air, with respect to vacuum or air is called the absolute refractive index is called the absolute 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 refractive index of the medium okay, which is defined, we can just continue right down, which is defined as the ratio of speed of light, in vacuum or air, speed of light in vacuum or air to the speed of light in the given medium, to the speed of light in the given medium. Okay. Therefore, we'll be writing refractive index of medium mu. Here I'll be writing equation speed of light in vacuum by speed of light in medium. vacuum or air, because the speed of light value is same in both the medium. Vacuum or air upon the speed of light in the given medium. And generally, we denote it by C upon V, C divided by V. What is C? C is this value. Speed of light in vacuum or air is denoted by the symbol C. Though we can write V also, but we have to write V naught like this. V0 we should write, means in air or vacuum upon V. V means the velocity or the speed of light in that given medium, in that medium. The value of C is always 3 into 10 to the power of 8. The value of C is how much? Always, the numerical value of C is always 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. Though the value of C will be provided in the question paper also they give, but we are supposed to know the value ourselves also. The value of C is always 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. Okay. That is, refractivity is the ratio of two kind of speeds, that is C by V, speed of light in the air or vacuum to the speed of light in the given medium. Okay. Now right below this is called absolute refractive index, that is with respect to air or vacuum. Now, right, the value of, below this you write the value of absolute refractive index, the value of absolute refractive index, the value of absolute refractive index cannot be less than 1, cannot be less than 1, since speed of light in vacuum or air, cannot be less than the speed of light in any other medium, Okay, please focus on this point. Okay, what you have written. The numerical value of mu will never have less than 1. Its value is always more than 1. But if it is absolute one, that is with respect to vacuum or air. Because the value of C is always greater than V rather. It can never be less than V, because light travels fastest where? Light travels fastest always in the vacuum or in the air. In any other medium, the value becomes less. So that means your numerator is bigger than the denominator, your answer will come always more than 1. When you divide, your answer will come anything but more than 1. It can never come less than 1. Less than 1 comes only when numerator is smaller than the denominator. Then you divide, you have to start with decimal point first. Then the value automatically becomes less than 1. If I say 3 by 4, so 3 is smaller than 4, your divide answer will come point. You have to start with the number, first you write decimal and add 0 there. That means your answer becomes less than 1. But if I say 4 by 3, that means numerator is bigger, 4 upon 3, then your answer will come 3 1s are 3. First 1 will come, then decimal. That means your answer is always more than 1. So the absolute refractive index of the medium can never have the value less than 1. So that question is also important. Now, in another situation, suppose the ray of light is traveling from medium 1 to medium 2. When a ray of light is traveling from medium 1 to medium 2. So how do we define this one? This one we write as C1 by C2. We write like this. What does it mean? C1 is speed of light in medium 1 upon speed of light in medium 2. How do we read this one? Refractive index, how do we read? We read this way. Refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. We read it this way. In this case, the ray of light is traveling from medium 1 to medium 2. incident ray is here and the refracted ray is here in this medium. That means this medium is refracting the ray, bending the ray. And we can add C1 by C2 or we can add G1 by G2. It's all the same. But normally speed of it is all about the light, so we denote by C. The speed of light in medium 1 by speed of light in medium 2. Similarly, if I have here glass and if I have water here, what does it mean? How do we read it? We read this way: refractive index of glass with respect to water. W means water. Refractive index of glass with respect to water we read. That means the rays traveling from water to glass. What is the meaning of this? Rays traveling from water to glass. This glass is refracting the ray. And how do we write on the ratio of this one in terms of the speed? Here I write a CW, here I write CG. Speed of light in water by speed of light in this medium, in this glass. I write like this in this manner. If I write refractive index of glass with respect to air, this will become C in air, that we can only write C or we write CA by CG, I like that. Speed of light in air by speed of light in glass. And how do we read it? We read this way: refractive index of glass with respect to air. We read this way. Now, if I write only mu G if I write only, what is the meaning of this? This means this is absolute refractive index. This thing may not be mentioned here, anything. This is absolute refractive index. This means refractive index of glass with respect to vacuum or air. Automatically it will come air. If nothing is mentioned, it will automatically come either air or vacuum. We can take either of them. Because we know the value of C is same for both air and this one. It will automatically be A. If it is not mentioned, if it is not written. And this is called absolute refractive index. These things are called non-absolute because this medium one can be anything else, but other than air or vacuum, it can be anything. This is also non-absolute, but this one we can call absolute because this is with respect to air. This is also with respect to air, this is absolute type. I say refractive index of water, only water I say refractive index of water. That means always two mediums are always involved during refraction. So refractive index of water with respect to what? With respect to air, or automatically it becomes air or vacuum. That is, this is the value of absolute refractive index. Absolute. And their value can never be less than 1. This non-absolute refractive index can have the value lesser than 1. They can have the value less than 1, but I'm talking about the absolute refractive index cannot have the value less than 1. Okay. Now, I think you understood how do we express it. Now, another thing. Suppose I write 1 mu2. The formula of 1 mu2 will become C1 by C2. But if I interchange the medium, I write 2 and 1 here. That means refractive index of 1 with respect to 2. This one, how do we read? Refractive index of 2 with respect to 1. Now I'm changing this one now. Refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2. Then formula which if you write, this becomes C2 by C1. How are these two related to each other? They are just reciprocal of each other. No? Let's see, first one is saying C1 by C2 and another one is saying C2 by C1, just a reciprocal of each other. Therefore, from here we write one equation. We write this equation: 1 mu2 will be equal to 1 upon 2 mu1. We can write like this. They are reciprocal of each other. That means when you interchange a medium, it becomes reciprocal. When you interchange. So this equation to be written down, relationship between them. If I have refractive index of glass with respect to air has got some value, say 1.5. What will be the value of refractive index of air with respect to glass? What will be the value of this? Reciprocal. 1 then we should write here 1 upon the reciprocal value, that is 1.5. We are interchanging the medium, so we have to write the value coming now reciprocal of it. Now we can simplify and find answer here. 2s are 3s are, so 2 by 3 will divide and give the answer in decimal, not to give the answer in decimal. Fraction. 0.66 will come, we round off 0.67. Here you find the values coming less than 1. This is possible because this is not absolute 1. This is not with respect to air, this is with respect to glass. So their value can be less than 1, can be more than 1. There we will not bother. But it is absolute refractive index, the value has to be more than 1. So this is how we change. This type of question has come many times in ICC, so please be very careful about it. So you can, when you interchange the medium, then it becomes reciprocal. So that is the idea or the key point about it. So one simple question you can take down, right? The refractive index of water with respect to air. The refractive index of water with respect to air is 4 by 3. With respect to air is 4 by 3. Full stop. What will be the refractive index of air with respect to water? What will be the refractive index of air with respect to water? So that is the question. So let us find the solution of this question. In the question given is refractive index of water with respect to air given 4 by 3. But we have to find refractive index of air with respect to water. This is a question mark. This only we have to find. I think we know the method. We can write here since this one is equal to 1 upon reciprocal of this. Here I'll write 1 upon 4 by 3. This will be reciprocating, that is 3 by 4. Now 3 by 4 we will divide and give the answer in decimal. This 3 by 4 will not live in fraction, rather will change the answer in decimal. When you change decimal, answer will come 0.75. So that is the answer. Okay, you may get some fill in the blank type question also coming like this. Suppose they have given like this 1 mu2 into 2 mu1 equal to ... How much will you fill in the blank? How much will you fill? 1 mu2 and 2 mu1, they are reciprocal of each other, no? When two reciprocal quantities is multiplied, the answer will come 1. If you can see this one, no, this into this is equal to 1. Here in the blank we will fill the answer 1. Here we have to write 1. That means 1 mu2 is equal to 1 upon 2 mu1, or 2 mu1 is equal to 1 upon 1 mu2, mu1 2, like this. So in the blank we have to fill 1. Hope you understood how we interchange the medium and the meaning of this. Okay. If I say refractive index of glass, and how do we write? Like this, 1.5. And I am not saying anything about this medium. This is what medium it is actually, either air or vacuum. We can take any one of those. Now I write like this, A mu G is equal to 1.5. If question comes, what do you mean by this statement? What is the meaning of this statement? This statement means actually, here I'll write the ratio Cg by Ca equal to 1.5. Therefore, sorry, Ca by Cg, I should write Ca by Cg. Therefore, Ca value will come 1.5 times of Cg. That means speed of light in the air is equal to 1.5 times the speed of light in glass. Okay, now this is the meaning. So this is the meaning that we can do in the rough side, and now we are giving the statement of it. So please write down the refractive index of glass, the refractive index of glass with respect to air, is 1.5, is 1.5, 1.5. Put the sentence under inverted comma, single inverted comma. Give a single inverted comma. Put sentence under single inverted comma. Okay. Write down. This statement means that light travels 1.5 times 1.5 times faster, 1.5 times faster in air, than in the glass, Okay, this is the meaning of the statement. Of course, light will be traveling faster in air, no, than in comparison to any other medium. So here, how many times it will travel faster? So the value, whatever value is mentioned, that many times in that particular medium. So this is only a format I gave. So sometimes they may say the refractive index of water is 4/3. What do you mean by this statement? We say this statement means that the light travels, whatever value is given, 4/3 times faster in air than in water. We can say it otherwise also. Light travels 1/1.5 times slower. 1/1.5 times slower in glass than in air. That also we can say. So any one of the format we should follow. Okay, now just write down this one. Refractive index of, I just say refractive index, that is the absolute one. Write down, for example, write down refractive index of glass. Refractive index of glass is 1.5. Refractive index of water is 4/3 and the value which is coming 1.33. Refractive index of diamond is 2.45. Diamond has got the maximum value of refractive index. That means the diamond is optically the densest element, optical wise, light property wise. That is, light travels slowest in diamond, In which medium? The diamond. From here also we can have some idea of like which one is the rarer medium, which one is denser medium. Whichever will have greater value will be the denser medium. Whichever will have smaller value of refractive index will be rarer medium. Of the three of these media, water is the rarest because the value is 1.33. Do you know the refractive index of air is how much? What is the value of refractive index of air? Refractive index of air is 1. It is not exactly 1, but very, very close to 1. Answer is actually 1.000011 because the speed of light in vacuum is 3 to 10 to the power of 8 divided by speed of light in air, the value which is 2.99 into 10 to the power of 8. 3 and 2.99 is very, very close. So refractive index of air we write 1. Refractive index of air, of course, with respect to vacuum, then in that case 1. This is the minimum value. What is the value of refractive index of air? If the question comes, you say 1. And air has got the minimum, it's approximately 1, not exactly 1. And air has the lowest value of refractive index. Which has the highest value then? And we say diamond. Diamond has got highest value of refractive index. That means in diamond, the ray will be bending the most. Most bending will take place in diamond and the least bending will take place in air. But of course, while traveling from vacuum to air, in that case. Okay, now we can write down refractive index Ri of a medium. I am saying only medium, that is with respect to air or vacuum, absolute one, depends on depends on refractive index of a medium depends on right number one first factor, the density of the medium. That means the nature of the medium, the density of the medium, the density of the medium, first factor. Number two, second factor, temperature. Third factor, wavelength of light, wavelength of light. And the fourth factor, color of light, color of the light. Refractive index, first factor depends upon the density. More the density, more the refractive index. Less the density, less the. I give the example already. Diamond is the densest, so refractive index is the most, maximum. And air is the rarest of the material medium, so it has got the value of refractive index 1, the lowest value. And it depends on temperature, because temperature affects the density. This density, that's why it depends on temperature. This time, more the temperature, less is the refractive index, because temperature reduces the density. When the density is less, refractive index is also less. For example, we have hot air and cold air. So we say hot air is rarer and the cold air is denser. So hot air will have lesser value of refractive index. Less refraction will take place in hot air as compared to the cold air. We have hot water and cold water. So cold water will be dense and hot water will be rarer. So hot water will have lesser value of refractive index. In a way, inversely proportional. Fourth factor, wavelength. Again, with wavelength also it is inversely proportional. Refractive index. More the wavelength, less the refractive index, less the wavelength, more the refractive index. And hence, wavelength determines the color, so it depends upon the color. Which color has the highest refractive index, or which color of the light refracts most in a medium or bends most in the medium, then we say violet. Because violet has got the shortest wavelength. In another chapter also I'll talk about that wavelength and especially, and the value also I'll give. But the color violet travels the slowest in a medium, in any medium. And the violet will have the highest value of refractive index. And the red travels fastest in any other medium, so red will have the lowest value of refractive index. That means in the color of light, here in bracket we can add refractive index of the violet is more than the refractive index of the red. Mu V is bigger, this is a greater than sign, mu V is greater than mu R. This is how we can remember it. Which color has got the highest refractive index? Color wise, we say violet, because violet travels the slowest in any other medium, in glass and all, and red travels the fastest in that medium. That means more refraction takes place with violet light, and less refraction will take place with the red light. So very often they ask this question: which color of the light, if they are giving the choice between blue and red, which color, blue or red light travels faster in glass? Which travels faster in glass? We say red, because if red refractive index is less. So red is for red, the glass light is somewhat like rarer medium, so it travels faster. Which light in this case will be traveling slower? Definitely blue, if the choice is between blue and the red. Otherwise, violet travels the slowest and the red travels fastest, but in any other medium. Which color of the light travels faster through air? Violet or the red, which will travel faster in the air? Answer is none. Both of them will travel with the same speed. Speed of light will differ in another medium other than vacuum or air. Other medium the value will be different, but not in air. In air, the colors are not refracted. When it enters another medium such as water, such as glass and all, then the refraction takes place. So all the colors travel with the equal speed in air, all the colors, irrespective of the nature of the colors or type of colors. All can travel with the equal speed in air. So you can make a note of it, put an asterisk and write down. All colors, you may forget this, so you make a note of it. All colors travel, all colors travel with, all colors travel with equal speed, travel with equal speed in air, in air. Stop. Then write violet light travels, violet light the slowest, travels the slowest, and red the fastest, and red the fastest in any other medium, in any other medium, in any other medium, such as glass, comma, water, etc. Such as in any other medium, such as glass, comma, water, etc. But always mind it or remember that all colors have equal speed in air. All the colors. Okay. Hello. Okay. How much is what is the time now? See. Okay. Today we do this much, eh? Okay. Don't do too much in a day, so that you may not be able to understand it. We do this much today, huh? But whatever I have done, so please make very sure about it. Okay. Whatever has been done, is everything is clear or not? You can clarify if more things you have or not. You can clarify it, or everything is clear. So fine. You can continue with it. Okay. All right. Okay then. Thank you.